Well, it's October, so you know what that means. Time to make fun of all the horror saps out there who absolutely need to have horror content from their movie channels. And there's no better way to do that than to point out how 1987's The Monster Squad has the worst scene of any movie of all time. Shoddily directed by Fred Decker. Scene I want to talk about here concerns Duncan Regehr, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, his Count Dracula attempting to rescue and resurrect Frankenstein's monster played by Tom Noonan. Alright, so we extend the apparatus, we get the lightning bolt, Frankenstein's monster comes back to life, and that should be the end of this sequence. But instead, we have Count Dracula extending his hand to Frankenstein's monster, and they freeze. All while the other monsters are hooting and hollering like Saturday morning cartoon villains. This goes on for an uncomfortable several seconds. Now, who is to blame? Somebody told Count Dracula and Frankenstein's monster that this was going to be a freeze frame. Otherwise, why are they reaching for each other's hands and pausing like they got stopped by Professor X? Now, the same person being the director or AD also had everybody else continuing to act. Or do we blame the editor for not cutting away? Now, let's not just jump to the conclusion that it's the editor's fault. Perhaps the DP didn't get the shots, and this was what they were left with. Either way you slice it, this is the biggest mistake I have personally seen in a major motion picture. For 10 straight years, I watched over 300 student films and other indie schlock and never really saw anything quite incompetent. Is there a movie with a scene worse than this? Let me know in the comments below.
You just watched a video from my son. He's about 40 and lives in my basement, ladies. So subscriber and notify the bell for ringing. Okay, I said what you wanted me to say. Now do the goddamn dishes.